This week there's an important election. Well, I suppose two important elections, but I'm going to focus in this video on the UK general election. You'll see I'm using a different setup. I'm going to try and record directly from my laptop, see if this makes videos a bit quicker and more frequent. So the UK is having a general election. I intended to do this video sooner, but it is now Wednesday and people will be going to polling stations tomorrow. The Democracy Club have created a website you can see here. Where do I vote? It lets you put in a postcode such as this one to find your polling station, and it shows a nice map. So this is using OpenStreetMap, of course, and hopefully you can see if that's your postcode. It's a quick walk to the library where the polling station is, and it makes it easy. They even provide a link to cycle streets, which uses OpenStreetMap data for cycling directions. Now I thought it would be good to do a bit of map gardening, as we call it, and that's to do somewhere without particularly doing new surveying, but to edit and update it. So to find out where the polling stations are, I go to my council website. That's Durham County Council, and they do have a polling station lookup if you know your postcode. Not that postcode should be used for locations. If you want a list of them, you have to look at this PDF, which isn't helpful, but it does give me all the names of these places where I could be improving the map, making it look a bit better. And so I can look through there. Thankfully, Democracy Club have done the hard work of putting this into an online system so you can look it up yourselves. So I took the first one, or the first two in this case, and found Belmont Library. It's in OpenStreetMap already. I did the mapping around here, and I think these shops are mainly up to date. Now I'm going to go to edit, and today I'm going to edit with JOSM. So that's a program I've downloaded, and I find it a bit nicer to edit, particularly for some gardening. So if my computer holds up, I think it goes a bit slow because of the recording, but there we go, we get the edits around here. And from the imagery menu, we can go Bing aerial imagery, and this takes a moment to load. It does load. I've been having trouble. There we go. If we zoom in a bit, seems Bing aren't giving us great imagery here. So I can also use the MaxArt imagery, and I'll turn Bing off. Can press B to use the building tool, and that lets me draw some boxes very quickly. And then I click S to go into select mode, hold down Shift to select all three of these, and Shift J to combine them into one building. I can then copy the Belmont Library tag, select the building, and Control Shift V copies all the tags onto that, which means we can delete that. Now because I've got local knowledge, I can add a node to that point of the building and go entrance, yes. Now there's a small car park here, I believe. So rough area and amenity parking, and that goes in like that. But that entrance I think should be, it's popping up on my other screen there, but entrance main. Amenity parking, amenity building. And while I'm here I could do the other buildings. So this makes it look just a bit nicer. Shame the imagery isn't very detailed, which might be why I haven't done this better already. Now, if I go back to web browser, there is some proposed feature to tag polling stations. It's not really used much, but as I'm doing several of them, I think I'll do polling station is, so we can add on to Belmont Library, add polling station 2019, and then we can go back and it suggests we could use polling station reference. I don't want to add just reference because it's not a reference of the library. And this is DU1 and also DU2. So, polling station reference, DU1, DU2. And the benefit is, if I had planned this a bit earlier, we could then look at how many polling stations have been mapped. We could even build a system to tick off, have all the Durham County ones been mapped or not. Well, we know at least 2 of them are mapped. And yeah, so I could kind of, if we load the other tiles there, I'll encourage them to load. I could map the buildings out here. I think that's a care home. There's some houses that's a gated community, so I need to do some mapping there and figure out what house number they are. Helps me know I should come there, but there's certainly bits I can do without making a fresh visit. So I'll do that. But then I click in the top left to click the upload button. And I get this dialog. So I've just changed a few objects. And I can go map gardening to improve around a polling station in Belmont Durham. And the data I've used today is Bing and local knowledge. And I'll upload that. So, as I say, it's Wednesday evening, but that should go online in about 5 minutes or so, and we'll be there if anyone's checking in the morning where their polling station is. Now at least they know there's some cycle parking there, so they'll be able to find that. So this next one was harder to find. It's Langley Moor Primary School, nursery school rather. The primary school is there, but not the nursery school. However, the bus stop's mapped. So we can look and we can see from the Bing imagery, or the Maxar imagery at the moment, that's more like that. And this, I think we can safely say with a bit of research on their website as well, is the nursery. Polling reference. Now, I think it was DU4 I was up to. DU5. So just one that I'm doing. polling session 2019. Rotate that by holding Control and Shift. And then, oh, there was a little sticky out bit here. This school building's obviously been extended several times. There's that one there. So, click that, hold down Shift, select them all while clicking. Let go Shift and then do, not that, the Shift J, which joins them all up. And if I press Q, it'll make them all regular angles, so they're all 90 degrees now. And I think that should be, oh, and in fact we can change this to be building school. Okay, and that should help people there. So sorry, it seems that this software I'm using on my computer, it struggles to update the picture and recording it. It looks like it's going fine, but I think it struggles to save it. The other vote I wanted to mention, the elections that are happening for the OpenStreetMap Foundation. I'd like to do a video about the OpenStreetMap Foundation. It's the organisation set up to protect the OpenStreetMap project, to keep it running, whether that's technically but also the community, and I'm very excited about it. It's led by the board of directors, which are elected people from the community. So there's 7 directors, and 4 of them are going to be elected on this week, with the results on Saturday. So you can see the list of candidates there. You may notice my name's on there, Gregory Marler. So I am running for election. By the time I do my next video, I may be on the OSMF board. It's been quite interesting. I won't go too much into it, but the questions the community asks the board do get quite interesting, and they're a good commentary on what the foundation's doing and what the board is what the board is talking about, what it should be doing. So they're a good read, but definitely an opportunity to do a video on the foundation and how it runs, and some great people that have served on the board and people that are running for election. I could certainly do a video about several of these people and what they do that's amazing.